right, we're good. We got Rita here today. Finally. She does have a lot of stories and stuff to talk about. We know each other from work in a hotel long years ago, and we worked for a couple of years together, so that's where we know each other from, and we always knew that we both had a passion for the paranormal, and we have something where, you know, that sixth sense, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk a little bit about that. Again, we do have an audience. They're in the, you don't see them, but they're behind the scenes working with the cameras and the computers and stuff, so shout out to Marilyn and Aisha.
Bye-bye.
And,
Thank you.
And Aisha, I was going to ask you, do you pull up the list? The other day I was scrolling and I saw a nice amount of stores that are going to be closing for 2025, and some of the stores I like, you know, it's like, what the hell, where we're going to go now, you know? So I wanted to,
taking the good ones out.
I wanted to confirm on that. Which stores were they again? I think I even saw Best Buy at one point. I'm like, but like, how? You know, they make so much money.
We had a little incident at Best Buy.
Uh-oh.
Chloe went to move one of the laptops, just to move it, angle it. The alarm went off. She freaking dipped and went off all the people on the side of the building.
Whoa.
They didn't do anything. Nobody came.
Wow.
Like, seriously? I mean, anybody can take off with these things and nobody's going to care?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Logan
We
said
didn't
it
know where
works.
he was.
That's crazy. Thanks, Logan. Shout out to Logan.
Woohoo! Some of the stuff that are stores is some Kohl's stores are closing, some Macy's stores, and I'm pretty sure Party City is closing, and then
Party City.
Red Lobster.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Denny's?
That is
Oh, no, come on now. They got the best breakfast.
Really confusing. He keeps talking about Macy's. I guess Macy's the top thing.
Yeah,
right
I
now
did
everyone's
hear about
talking
Macy's too, yeah.
Some Lowe's stores.
Oh.
It also, there's websites on here that show like what stores planning on closing in your area. Like
And
there's
what
some in
locations
Illinois.
and stuff?
Yeah. It said some locations.
Wow.
Like it says Kohl's is closing somewhere in Pennsylvania, Texas, Utah, Virginia, Ohio, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Illinois, Idaho, Georgia, Colorado, California, Arkansas, Alabama. No Wisconsin.
Oh, okay. We good. Yo, man. Our condolences to everything that's going on over there in Los Angeles right now.
Yeah, that's
Still
really,
going.
really bad.
Yeah, it's hitting Hollywood. This morning it
Yeah.
was,
It's bad, and the winds are not helping.
yeah.
And there's going to be another round of winds I heard on the news. Not looking good. Not looking good, man. I hope everybody, you know, lives good right away because they lost everything. I mean, and it's,
No insurance.
it's starting to turn
no
into a
house
conspiracy
insurance.
because I found out that a couple months ago they took away everybody's fire insurance.
Yep.
And now a fire occurred. You know that really sucks.
And the fire hydrants don't work.
Yeah, there was no water in the
They
fire
forgot to
hydrant.
fill it up after like the last like fire or something that happened.
Wow.
Yeah, they said it's enough to hold off on 2 fires, but not anything like
It was like 5,
Hmm.
right?
Oh.
5
Yeah.
fires.
There was a 6th one I heard too, and I saw a video of people just going around burning things up.
Yeah.
And then I saw another video of people breaking into the houses that are burning down, breaking in and taking whatever they can from them too, stealing people's shit. Yeah, that's crazy. What about those drones? What do you think about that? What's
They
your
get on my
opinion
damn nerves.
What do you think it is?
Well, they actually, one of the airplanes that carry the water to put the fires out, one of them drones hit one of them. So now one of those planes are down until they get it fixed.
The drones are still around?
Yeah, I guess so. And what about the orbs?
That's kind of a toss-up.
You know, they saying that they're entities from another planet.
And that's why the drones are there, because people say since it's green and red flashing lights, it's military-based drones.
Yeah, and I was thinking about aliens. I thought right away, you know.
They don't want to be on this planet no more than the rest of us.
They sure are doing something to try to probably help, but we don't get the picture.
Yeah.
You know, I heard when it was going to be the first atomic bomb that the United States did, there was a lot of UFO sightings and stuff, and they actually, the system to turn on the bombs and whatever, that system kept shutting off. Yeah. So that's pretty interesting. And then now with all this war and all this stuff going on, you know, now they're showing up again, you know. So I'm like, I'm trying to put two and two together. You know, what could it be? And you know, it's a tough one. You know, is it man-made? You know, but they said that there's a way where orbs could form as well. Which, why the fuck now we're knowing about that? You know. Are they the same ones when you take a picture?
There's a lot of theories, but no one really knows what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're trying to throw us off of their bigger plan.
No, when the drones first started happening, there was this woman I saw on TikTok. I don't know if it's true or not, but she said she had a near-death experience. And she was saying how a lot of people who get near-death experiences, they get gifts and stuff because they were almost there, but then they went right back, or whatever the reason is. But she was saying that the reason why all this stuff is happening is because there's like aliens, and the people from the other side, which are like the spirits and stuff, they were talking to her saying how the aliens are here but for peace. They don't want any nuclear war or wars in general. So that's how whenever they see a lot of chaos or a lot of war, like, didn't you say they were doing some nuclear testing and then they saw some stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that they don't want that to happen. And then it also links back to like Christianity, where Jesus made the aliens, and they are the people who are supposed to be surrounding the earth to make sure that earth is fine, because they can show themselves if they want to, but realistically God can't. But I don't know.
And I also, you know, I work really crazy hours, you know, 1, 2, 3 in the morning. I'm working, and you know, me and my wife, we work together, and a lot of times we hear things at our job, or even things outside when we're walking through the parking lot and stuff like that. You know, we always look up at the stars and everything and we see some stuff. Marilyn, for a long time, she was telling me that she was seeing, like, they look like stars from far away, obviously, like a star plane or whatever, but it was doing all these different motions right by the airplanes. So she knew that was an airplane, and the other stuff was going around the airplane and stuff like. She was telling me that for a long time, and so I started working with her. And I think a year passed, and I never saw anything. But one day, she said, there it is. And she showed me, she took me outside, and she pointed, and there it was. So I started thinking it was the satellites, the Elon Musk satellites, Starlink. But no, man, he got a whole bunch of Starlinks up there. It was, I don't think it was that.
Here.
They showed something on TikTok, a
Who
picture
you wanna
in
put?
Arizona, and it was supposed to be a UFO. Kind of crash landed, I guess, in Arizona. I don't know if you guys seen it recently.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just taking pictures of it. People were just circling around it, just watching it. I'm like,
That's real?
I don't know. It
Because
was
the
just- it was
government
pretty
don't
recent.
want to close everything around. Nobody
No,
can.
people were just standing there taking pictures.
Hmm.
And it was black, and it had the top part on the one side. Like, I guess it would be the door, maybe, or the windshield. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it did look like a UFO.
Really? Huh.
Kind of nice.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
are saying a lot of stuff with that when it comes to like TikTok. I don't care if TikTok's getting banned, but I know a lot of people have strong opinions about it. But one thing that kind of bothers me, that out of all things TikTok is getting banned, is because I always knew things through TikTok first and what I've heard in
It's
news.
a fast application right
Yeah.
away. Things.
But
are uploaded.
everyone's saying their opinion on you though. That's the thing, because the news isn't giving you all factual information. So that's what kind of bothers me a little bit, because they actually like gave me like when we
But
didn't know
can't you do
about
the
the
same thing with
storage.
Instagram and TikTok?
I don't
Or
know
TikTok,
anything
they
about
put more.
No, TikTok is more like creators. Instagram is more like funny videos, or like people post pictures that they like of themselves, like things like that. But like TikTok is literally shorts and videos of things that need to be like entertaining or educational. But like I didn't know about the, what is it called? Remember when we were saving up food because the stuff was gonna close down because they were doing protests? I learned that because I saw it on TikTok, but they didn't say nothing about all that stuff closing down until a week before it was gonna close down, and it did shut down. It shut down for like 3 days.
Aisha, how many viewers we have so far?
2. David said hi. Logan's on here.
Shout out to Uncle Dave, my man over there in Brooklyn, New York. Yeah, I think I mentioned him. I mentioned you to him a while back too, and I was gonna have him be on here, but I usually use the computer so everybody can see him through the computer. But we're using the computer to do this live here right now. So
Yeah, they had a good live with his friend.
Which one was that one? Oh, Edwin.
David. His friend Gloria.
Oh yeah. He did one with Yolanda.
Yeah, that was a good live.
Yeah, shout out to Yolanda. All right. So let's see here. I got a few questions here that Okay, well first of all, when was or how old was you when you had your first paranormal experience, and what was it?
It depends. Because after
What do you mean different levels?
after my middle brother, my second older brother passed, my mom and I were sitting in the living room and everything was closed, windows, doors. We're just sitting there and we're talking about him. And all of a sudden these pipes out in the garage fell and his pictures fell. My dad and him had gotten into it in the garage, chased each other around with the pipe. So that was what I got from that. And then there was a time that my oldest daughter got up to go to the bathroom and she said she looked in Grandpa and Grandma's room because they were right across the hall, and she said that she saw this green kind of mass sitting on my mom's side of the bed, and then it just went out through the wall. Fast forward, nothing's happened since then until we moved into that apartment. And
Really? So before you even had kids or anything, do you witness anything before that? Like when you were young?
no, just certain smells.
Like a foul smell or something?
No, just reminded me of my grandpa.
Oh,
His
okay.
wood shop. Just certain things like that. But nothing really,
I don't know where this.
yeah, not that I really paid attention to it.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I've been through some stuff too. I told you a bunch of them in the hotel as well too. So that's why I like doing this. I like hearing other people's experiences and stuff like that. Any comments? Anything going on yet?
Just David said LOL, but that was like when y'all were talking.
Oh, okay.
And then Logan said something earlier. People are saying the 7-9 trumpet.
The 7-9 trumpet. I mean, I know about
De los sellos.
la trompeta. ¿Cuántas son?
Oh, de los
7,
horses.
right?
He says 7 and 9 trumpet. Is that like Jesus? Like when you hear,
I don't know.
when he comes, you hear the trumpets?
I know when an angel blows a trumpet. I think is it 7? 7 trumpets or?
I thought it was maybe 14. I thought because
Well, whatever.
he said yes. David said yes.
It's 7.
Yeah. So I think that's what it means. Yeah.
Okay, so each one is a level. And I guess when the last trumpet, I mean, it's going to be bad, each trumpet, but the last trumpet, it's, you know, so, And there was a moment where everybody around the world was listening to those trumpet sounds, you know?
Mhm.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I wonder where those sounds actually came from. You know, that's...
Yeah, I'd say that's just unexplained.
Yeah, but I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like they've heard, like, I've seen a whole bunch of videos where people have heard more than 7 though. Like, it's been happening for a while when they randomly hear some weird noises coming from the sky, and it sounds like a trumpet.
Yeah.
But I've been seeing videos like that since like 2020.
Yeah, no, it was a time where it was just, all that was all over TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. And different places. That's crazy. But, yeah, so, like, I remember you telling me, well, first of all, in the hotel where we worked at, did you experience anything there?
I kind of did on the second floor, the main floor.
Mm-hmm.
The middle where you can look out over the indoor pool,
Okay.
and it'd be one of those big rooms over there.
One of the handicap rooms.
And it sounded like someone was having a party in there, but
Really?
that room was empty. Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
I had a housekeeper stop me from going into 13, well, one of the rooms in the hotel. And they said, no, somebody just went in there. And I'm like, I haven't even inspected it yet. I haven't even put it in the system. I'm like, nobody's supposed to be in
I
there.
think I heard that same
And I went and checked, and there was nobody there. I came out, she was like, I saw a man dressed with a black long jacket, black hat, and he just went right in. And I'm like, and you know, I never told her that, like, there's stories in that area of the hotel too, paranormal stuff, but she knew, you know.
I think I heard about that same one. I
Yeah.
think it was
Y'all
around
not
the same
working
room.
there anymore, right?
Huh?
You're not working there anymore? No, I know you're not.
No.
Oh, no.
That was a question I asked.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, yeah, we worked there for years, man. It was good time, and it was a lot of bad times. You know, I miss everybody. I miss the way it used to be. You know, it's a lot of changes, a lot of freaking changes. Let's see here. So, what is a story that if you talk about, no one will believe you?
At the apartment.
That's the big one that you told me about.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I wasn't fully asleep, but I was kind of drifting off. And the only way I could go to sleep is if I faced towards my closet. And if I turned my back to it, I had to have my TV up. Otherwise, I'd have these, I don't know if they would be nightmares or whatever. And my room only would just be windy. Everything was just swirling around, just blowing all over the place.
Oh, wow.
Got drug off my bed. Not literally, but
That's something like a poultry place, bro.
Yeah, that's one of the questions.
creepy. I did have a scratch on my back that I knew I couldn't reach it. So it wasn't me. But I blew that off. Because that's what I do.
You're a brave woman, right? By the way, showing you guys.
There was a couple of times my niece and I were sitting at the foot of my bed, and we thought we felt someone grab our feet, but there was nobody under the bed.
The same room?
Yes, everything always happened in my bedroom. You know, stay away from my kids. I don't care. Do what you gotta do, but stay away from my kids.
The one I went to, the where you got the
Yeah.
bedroom area.
Yeah. And when my niece was staying with me, I shared my room with her, and all the lights were off, and all of a sudden we saw this bright flash, almost like a camera flash. No cars, no nothing going by, but it was like in the corner between the wall and the ceiling, and that's where it was. But there was nothing. You know what? Throw the blankets over my head. It's like, nope, I'm done.
So you did get frightened when.
The one that really did it for me was the last straw. And I was trying to go to sleep again. Almost there. And then all of a sudden, it felt like somebody was straddling me. And I could feel the outline of a person on me.
Really?
But there was nothing.
Wow. So you lived a long time, well, number one, experiencing all those paranormal activities going on in your bedroom, and you have no choice but to go sleep in your bedroom, right? It's your bedroom. So you were witnessing all that. I remember you was telling me about there was like a shadow or something, right? Also,
Chelsea, my oldest, was in the living room. She dozed off on the couch, and she thought I had gotten up for some odd reason. TV was on. She looked over at the glider chair, and she thought she saw my hand on the arm of the chair. And she looked over, and there was nobody there. And then she thought she saw this big shadow in front of the TV.
David
That was the
said,
last time she stayed there.
David said, oh hell no.
no, Dave. What you gonna call Ghostbusters?
It was pretty rough.
Yo, I mean, I definitely am witness of, I want to call them shadow people.
Yeah, we took pictures that day. We got orbs. I still have those pictures on my camera.
Yeah, I've seen 2 times in my life. I've seen a head, a shadow figured head peek out and look at me. 2 times in my life, I witnessed that. You know, this is why I love doing this type of stuff, and I like doing, because it's like, how would we ever know this stuff is real unless you really go through it?
Yeah.
You know?
I believe there is something out there, and if you've never experienced something like that, nobody's gonna really believe it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I know there's millions of people that have, and I know, you know, there's a lot of people like mediums and stuff that actually see, hear, and they feel the other side. But you know, it's hard to believe, you know, and I get it, you know, and I love talking to people that don't believe too, because I want to see their point of view on things. Even though whatever the fuck they say, I witnessed what I witnessed, you know. And it's like they know what to do, like these shadow figures and these entities and stuff. It's like they know when to do it. They know you don't have a camera handy. They know nobody else is around. They know, you know, exactly. And the more, you know, since you're alone, actually, you know, of course you're gonna get frightened when you see that. And then they feed off of that too. So, you know.
No, yeah, I always see that. Usually, sometimes I see it when I come in the house, and I always see something inside my face, and I would see like people, like things, but I just always ignore because I'm like, oh, it's probably my hair. Because
once
if
in
I
a
feed
while I
into
get
it,
that too. But what is it, the peripherals or whatever?
yeah, I always see something in my peripheral all the time.
You know,
In my room, I be
was
seeing
talking
something.
with Marilyn about that too. She said, yeah, sometimes I feel like somebody's there, and when I look, there's nobody there, you know, but she kind of saw the glance, which is the peripheral view. Well, today, I don't know if it was because I was preparing myself for this or what, because all day at work, I was listening to podcast stuff, you know, about this stuff. And, yeah, like, you know, I learned a lot of stuff too, and you learn a lot with the skeptics as well, you know. But when you experience something, you experience it. There's no going back. What can you do, you know? And whoever believes you, whoever don't, well, you know, it's all right.
Yeah, they always say, never show them fear.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Do it to me, leave my kids alone. Again, I don't care.
Yeah,
But then I think you get a little too angry with these
well,
people.
So you was going through all that was happening in the apartment, okay? After that, you moved. Now, when you first moved from that apartment, finally, right? You're like, finally, I moved out of that apartment. Where you moved to, how did it go right away? Everything okay? Normal?
Everything was fine, and then we moved down to Freeport.
Okay.
And then I thought everything was fine up until about a year ago. And that's when my Chloe started having these major mood changes. Grouchiness 0 to 60 quick. And it was a lot, most of the time it was when her friend would be there. And they are close since they were 2 years old. And I don't know what it was, every time she was there, they would butt heads. I'm like, okay, well maybe you guys are just too in sync with each other. It happens, whatever. But then she would go home, everything was fine. But now it's, I don't know, she says she goes past my room and she swears up and down she sees someone in there when no one's in there. But don't be doing that. No, that's my room, stop it.
Yeah, no shit. Nobody there, alright?
She hears noises, I guess. I want to tell her it's probably just an animal outside, because they're all over the place, crawling up on the roof and all that. But some of the stuff, I really don't know. She gets freaked out quick.
She was the one that was going through some stuff when you called me.
Yeah.
And stuff. So.
She's been using the deadbolt. And Mike, you don't work on that deadbolt, so stop it. Because it's cold out.
To get a smart lock.
So I don't know if that has anything to do with what's going on.
Yeah, the first thing, when you told me that, the first thing that came to my mind was that, you know, sometimes it wants to jump from the mom or dad to the children, you know, obviously. Even though it's weird that it didn't happen before when they were younger, because usually they'll go on when they're even younger.
Not when the girls were babies. They were not even a year old. We were sitting there holding them, and they would look up at the wall and just start smiling. Okay, well, could be their uncle or it could be their grandma, because their grandma, his mom, had passed away when they were 9 months old. So I just assumed that that's what they were doing. They were smiling at her. She was watching them, or their uncle. So they did see, I know they saw some.
But nothing bad like what's going on now, right?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I don't want to say too much, but well, we know that's also at Freeport. Our daughter told me a crazy story. I don't know, should I mention this story?
Go for it.
Do you know what story I'm talking about?
I think so.
Yeah. So, this is the videos you're gonna see later, like that family or whatever.
But obviously they had those experiences in that house, so they got a new house, like a house, or because that was an apartment. And I guess this girl, she told me that she was in her room upstairs. Keep in mind the house. Anyway, that house had a lot of history that they have now. It was completely destroyed, but they hooked everything up so it looks really good, like a really good house. So she was in her room upstairs. Sometimes they stay over, sometimes they don't. Usually they're more in the apartments here because they're still renovating basically the house. And she told me that she was gonna go up to go use the bathroom in the middle of the night. And she got up to go open the door to go downstairs because they are upstairs. And if she wants to go to the bathroom, she really has to walk all the way downstairs, and the bathroom right next to the basement downstairs. And she had a weird feeling not to open that door. Like something was like telling her not to open it because she's been through a lot of stuff from the apartment. So she kind of, I don't want to say sinks to it, but she knows when something's going on.
She senses.
Yeah, she senses it. But she just ignored it because obviously you don't really want to think like that. So she opened the door and she saw a tall figure kind of with like a weird creepy like crooked smile she described, and it was looking at her like this, like really tall. And the weird part is about that is they have all the rooms done, but there's one room that has lead poisoning, the ceiling's coming down. I don't know, is that the right way to describe it?
Yeah,
like the ceiling's
it's
like
an old house.
yeah,
so
like crippling down. But that's like
but
the
that
only
one got,
room.
That one, you know, there's
Yeah.
always like a room where it's even worse than the other ones. So yeah.
That's the only room that was like that. All the other rooms had like maybe chipped paint in the walls, but that one really the ceiling is just like chipping paint and like coming down. And the figure was right in front of that room. Cause this is like their hallway, and then these are like the stairs like going around kinda. So her room was right here, and then the room with the lead falling down was like right here, and then it was like right in front of the stairs, the thing or whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but she told me she would close the door and everything. She was so scared to like get out. She even closed her closet door because I think her closet door like connects to the attic and stuff, so she was like afraid of the closet. So she made sure she put everything in front of the door, the closet, and then her door, and she stood up all night because she was like worrying like what the heck that thing was. But the weird part is it's finally morning. Her mom was calling her down to go eat breakfast downstairs. Pardon. She went downstairs and her mom told her like, yo, did you go to the bathroom at night? And she was like, no, because obviously she didn't go to the bathroom. And her mom, or she was asking why, and then her mom said, oh, I had a dream that a witch was trying to get you if you got out of your room to go use the bathroom. That was weird.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I mean, you only gotta put two and two together, it's obvious, you know. There's a lot of people that say they don't believe in coincidence either. Things happen for a reason, and, you know.
I know there was one time when Chelsea and my niece, I don't remember how old they were, like 10, 11 years old maybe? No, older than that. My parents had lived out on this one road, and they had gotten up to go to the bathroom. They were coming downstairs in the middle of the night, and they got so scared because they thought they heard someone whisper my niece's name behind them. And they're like, screw this, and they went running right back upstairs.
Wow. Yeah, no, this is some scary shit. Okay, so what about right now the Pope? He opened up these, what was it, 4 or 5, and they said it's more than that, these big doors that were sealed for I don't know how long. And he knocked on that door with his big cane, real fancy cane or whatever, and then they rolled him in there in the wheelchair, and he was just looking around, and I guess you could hear a scream of a young baby, like a female baby girl or something. And they say that in there there's tunnels and there's a lot of secrets and stuff, and this started to happen on Christmas Eve, and supposedly that's where they had got buried at or something, or where they put him after he resurrected from the cave or something, you know. So it was something to do with that. But my question is, well, there's a fucking camera inside already looking at the Pope, so who gave access to that guy to go in there? That's the
Right.
You know, so it's like makes you think a lot, and I don't know, man. It was just so much shit that I heard about that it is crazy. They said that, you know, he probably opening portals, and you know, forgive me, guys. I don't mean to offend anybody, but I don't know much. You know, I'm just talking about what I know, what I did research on, and you know, people really don't know what's it. That's the bottom line. And he's opening that up. He opened in a couple of them and haven't been open for a long time. So that tells you a lot right there.
There's a reason why they were closed.
Yeah, it's like the
Leave 'em
boxes.
And then you got to do it Christmas Eve. You know, Jesus was born on Christmas, right? So Christmas Eve, like.
Yeah, remember those box? I forgot what they were called, but the boxes where they would do like exorcisms and they'll put the spirit in the box and they'll lock it with
David
wax.
Fox.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I haven't heard that word in a while. Like, I completely forgot what it was called. But yeah, it's like that. But obviously, bigger entities need like bigger things because they're more powerful.
Yeah.
It's like that collider in Switzerland called CERN. You know, they're trying to make a man-made black hole, basically. You know, and they're like, okay, they could probably, and they said they opened it. They said they opened it. And who knows what's coming out of the black hole or something's going in there where the hell they're going, you know?
Always trying to stir crap up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
I know. And going into all that, do you believe in aliens? Do you believe there's life or smart beings? If you
I
wanna
believe
call
there's
it?
something out there. It's the not knowing.
Yeah, and whatever's out there, I'm sure they're way smarter than us. Because for them to get to Earth,
I feel I gotta see it to believe it.
yeah, that, you know, it goes down in the categories of paranormal, you know.
Yeah.
You could search up paranormal on Google, anybody that's watching it right now, and you're gonna see there's a freaking list, humongous list of a lot of paranormal stuff, you know. It's stuff that ain't normal. It's paranormal. Crazy. I remember my mother, she told me about a witch that she kept seeing or whatever, like
Marianne?
in a freaking broomstick in Darien, yeah. And
I think I've heard about that.
well, I ended up seeing on the news a lady. She reported it and she took a picture. It does look like a witch on a broomstick. You probably could Google it. And it was in the same area where my mom said. So, you know, sometimes you know, it's skeptical, but you kind of gotta believe sometimes, you know,
Yeah.
or at least go with it could be true. You know, go with that in the back of your mind, like it
Yeah,
could be
but
true.
there's like so many stories of people saying stuff. It's like, are all of them lying? Are all of them telling the truth? Or are some joking or some being real? Like, there's so many things that people say of all different stories or whatever. So it's like, even if it all is fake, then dang, these people are really okay with just making up random stories.
Yeah, I know. You know, there's always a bad apple in the tree, right? So, you know, somebody fucks it up for everybody. You know, when it comes to making things up and stuff like that, then people find out that it's fake and stuff like that. Well, then now it's hard to believe videos that you do see when people actually showing you proof or something like that. You know, I read a long time ago that to become a paranormal investigator, to become a professional paranormal investigator, and I'm not even looking to be that, but they said all you gotta do is have real proof of something, you know. And talking about a little bit of everything, you know, what I went through in my sister's house, what my sister went through. It's a long story, you know. She got hurt, you know, whatever it was, scratched her in the neck, scratched her in her back shoulder, I think in her arm or something like that
Her
too,
legs. Yeah.
or her leg. We got pictures with apparitions. We have audio sounds that'll creep you out, and then of course I got videos. When we did the what is it called?
Deliverance.
The Deliverance. You know, not that long ago I found out that that's what it was. That was exactly what I did. Deliverance. You know, it's not an exorcism. Deliverance is kind of like what I was telling you.
So you get
what
on
to
your
do,
own with no
you did it
exorcism.
yourself. That's a deliverance. Pretty good movie too.
Is it like a movie sponsorship?
No, but it's a good movie. And that's how we found out about.
Yeah, that's how we figured out what the true term was.
Yeah. So that's exactly what we did. You know, I feel that anybody could do it. You just gotta believe, and first of all, probably believe what you saw. Like, oh shit, you know, I saw it's true. So then you can really go in with all your heart and believe in what you're saying. Like, you know, get away from here. You don't belong here. Go back to where you came from. You're not accepted here. In the name of Jesus and this and that. By the time you know it, you know, I'm doing it from the back of the house towards the front, you know, and then the sounds, I told you, the bells or the pots and the pans just make some noise, get that out. That's why in the church there's
No, I
also
heard
bells. That's why,
Why did I bought a bell? Yeah.
sage, and just believing. But sometimes it's hard when you're going through something in that place and you want to do that, and you know you can get scared too. You're like, well, about something try to hurt me for doing this, you know. But that's when you gotta go with strong faith. So, what's the craziest thing that you ever experienced?
How was it that whole someone straddling me? That was probably Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like feeling a body over you.
Yeah. That was pretty much over it after that point.
Wow. Yeah. You was under any medication?
No, I think I probably should have been.
I'm joking.
That was just wild. And I didn't even know how to even tell anybody. Because who's going to believe it?
And the biggest poltergeist experience that you had was probably that, and when the wind was going in the.
Yeah.
Wow. So did you ever find out if anybody passed away in that
My
building?
uncle actually helped build that place.
I remember you told me that. Yes.
He did the roofing and he said there was nothing. Nothing of the sort. No one died. There was no burial ground. I don't know. My niece's friend said he used to live in the apartment directly behind us, and he said he experienced the same thing.
Really?
So, I have no idea.
Yeah, figure out the history of the apartments.
Yeah, because they don't look that old, really.
No, they're newer. Yeah, they're newer. So it's all about learning about the land first. If there was no burial, and then if anybody like got burned there or died, overdose or whatever, or a natural death.
It's like at grandma's house, and then that house burned down. And it was a kid that passed, and the kid was stuck in the closet or something.
Yeah, that story I said it before in another episode. You guys go check it out, like and subscribe. And so yeah, my grandma, she told me that she kept seeing this little boy in the bottom side of the bed where her feet was at, and right in front of her bed was a closet. She's like, there's always a little boy there. And I actually asked my grandma, like, grandma, was you on your pills or something? You know, and she was like, no, baby, I wasn't. I'm like, okay. So then I started doing some research because she didn't tell it to me once. She told it to me multiple times. I was like, wait a minute, let me see what's up. And I guess a little boy did die in that closet with the black smoke, and it was a fire. Yep, and she described the boy and everything to me too. And when I read that, oh shit, grandma wasn't lying.
Yeah, there was always a lot of stuff that me, somebody like.
Yeah, my dad was another one too. My dad was another one. He would hear like a bunch of kids running downstairs when he was upstairs, nobody in the house, and he thought that I got there with the girls and stuff, you know. Yeah.
Like, I remember we would all be sitting in a dining room, and then the basement door would just open, like just slam open all the time. And we're like, who the heck is doing that? But it's just whatever's there. Or like, sometime I remember one time I went upstairs to get some items to do my nails, and I don't know why upstairs was always like prohibited for us to go in, because he always wanted us downstairs. So I always thought upstairs was always creepy because I was like prohibited, and the one time I was upstairs, it was something creepy that happens. I never really liked that bathroom because the attic gave me weird vibes, and it was always the upstairs bathroom. But anyway, I was doing my nails, and there was a window outside, or like near the door, the stairs with blinds, and they were just slamming like that. And I'm like, is the windows open or like what? It was like in the middle of the summer too. We stayed downstairs afterwards.
Yeah, no, the basement was kind of creepy. That's why actually I did the red paint that was on the upstairs and all that stuff. Yeah, it was kind of. So then I started doing research on that area, and I guess there was some type of railroad or something that went through the or a tunnel maybe that connects all the basements basically together in Delavan and Racine Street, which is the main strip.
What the heck?
Yeah, well, you know, they got walls now, but if you probably break a section of the wall, you probably will
Look into it.
get to the. So I heard it was something about slavery and people. So
Railroad.
People died, people got raped, people got murdered, abused, beaten.
Wait, so what's the history of the Beatles? I know it's random, but I'm doing for real. Because remember when he was downstairs and the song Number 9 kept playing over and over and over?
I don't know. Number 9 could be a.
Oh, I'm saying, does that have anything to do with it? Because he was like blasting. That's when you guys used to do your little like songs and stuff. And he said it was like blasting when he used to sleep down there.
No, I don't know. I was hearing not that long ago about the numbers 3, 6, and 9. That those numbers could be very powerful. And I also heard that the number 13 is very evil.
Yes.
That's why there's
What?
no 13 floors. There's no
Oh.
13. There's no. You know.
Elevator number, everything.
Yep. I wonder why. I know. I looked it up one time, but that's what I forgot.
No, I'm looking.
Yeah, I wonder why. Number 13. Check that out.
Why is the number 13 so bad? Or like so?
Yeah.
I think it's in every hotel.
Mm-hmm.
In Japan, it's a different number.
Number
right?
4, I think.
I think Japan is number 4. Isn't that so?
And 3 plus 1 is 4. 13.
Oh.
Right?
Mm.
One of the main one of the main theories of fear for the number 13 involves Judas, as the Bible says that the disciple who later betrayed Jesus Christ was the 13th to sit at the table at the Last Supper.
Oh wow. That's
Hmm.
So I guess that worships that one, or like that number.
Who we got in the chat?
It's just 2 people right now. It went to 1, but it was 3, 2, and then 1, 2.
Who is it?
I don't know. I'm guessing it might be. Comment if you're still on here. I'm guessing it might be David or Logan.
You guys got any questions? Thank you so much, Rita, for
I know you
coming
work
too. I know
still.
you
Yes,
don't
he
live
does.
down the block. I
Me.
appreciate it. I know you would have been came, you would have been there closer, you know.
Who does she feel who's haunting her?
Ooh,
David.
good question.
Oh, honestly, I don't know. Because I had, when the girls' grandmother passed away, their grandpa had given me their bedroom set. She was a sweet lady. And I know that if you get something of someone that passed away, you're bringing in their stuff into your home.
Mm-hmm.
She was nice.
That's why Google could be
That's why I
scary.
don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it don't make sense if she was a nice lady.
Yeah. And then my brother,
But who gave her that? Who gave her that?
what I was told is that they bought it brand new. Yeah.
Yeah, but people, they really do get cursed. And then it goes down by families and generations and generations.
Oh yeah, you guys seen that show, Evil Things, I think it is? Or something like that? It's like the dude got so much stuff in his house and everything got his own story. You know, so many evil things. Oh, this dog, blah, blah, blah. And they, talk about that. And even like stupid stuff too, like the hammer, but that hammer probably killed somebody, so he got a history behind it, It's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. It's been a while since I've done a podcast, and again, I'm happy that you was able to make it. Appreciate it, and we miss you too. And I'm happy that what we told you with that little incident that you had over there with Chloe helped a little bit. That's good.
Yeah, she's got like 3 cross necklaces now.
Oh.
She's trying really hard.
Yeah, that's
Chloe,
good.
we just got to keep doing what we're doing. I honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because that same exact thing happened in a Deliverance movie, and it's a true story. Where the kids were all fine, and then they just started acting up and getting worse and worse. And that's because it was like a portal down, down to whatever. Obviously, it's definitely not that, but it's just other entities in your life can
Hey,
make
shit,
people
there's a
active.
portal on her house. I think she'll be the first one. I want to see what's over there. Let's go. Take me with you.
What you got?
All right, guys. Well, that's enough for today. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Shout out to Dave. Shout out to Logan. Shout out to everybody that was on the live chat. Appreciate it. And we'll be doing more podcasts as we go. And as you can see in the mornings, I do those shorts of the beautiful sunrise, the beautiful lake in Geneva Lake here in the Lake Geneva area, Williams Bay area. But when it comes to the afternoon and the evening and at night, we talk about paranormal stuff and all that all the other stuff that's going on all around the world, which is almost paranormal to me because there's almost crazy shit going on all over the fucking place. You don't know, man. I ain't even gonna get started. You guys take care, be safe, like, subscribe. Until next time.